Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 8 of Ultimate X-Men. Now, as you know, Ultimate X-Men was the next lineup in the 2000s run of Ultimate Marvel. The first one being Ultimate Spider-Man, and then Ultimate X-Men, which was meant to be more Mark Millar using from what he saw from the first and second X-Men movies, and never really properly read the comics. So the cover mainly has Storm showing off her sort of her powers that she can control weather. So let's get on with the story. The story mainly starts off where Wolverine and Cyclops pay someone a visit and say, "Pardon me, sir, could you spare a moment to talk about the Lord?" And they mainly take on the Russian mafia, and Colossus's boss Boris is paid a visit by Wolverine and Cyclops, who make it clear to Boris to leave Colossus and his family alone. And we even see how Cyclops says, "The professor isn't gonna be happy about this, Wolverine." And we see how they're discussing about everything that's been going on now. And we even see how Ultimate Wolverine points out that he's going to look more for Weapon X, and so forth. And we see how, in the upstate of New York, a lot of people are seeing how Storm is flying around in the sky. But we even see how Ultimate B says, "And this is the girl who said she wasn't interested in playing superheroes." And we kind of see how Ultimate Storm crashes down into the lake, and even Ultimate Beast asks a simple question, "Are your feelings for me genuine?" And even talks about a past experience that he had back at high school with a girl playing on his emotions. But we even see how Ultimate Storm reassures Ultimate Hank that her feelings for him are genuine. And they mainly make out. We see how Ultimate Bobby Drake returns back from missing his mum for her birthday, and even Ultimate Charles Xavier realizes that Bobby gave a location about the school to an old girlfriend, and even Ultimate Jean and Charles Xavier aren't happy about this situation. They know, obviously, since he was still young, he didn't really think what could happen about the possible consequences. So they decided to wipe his memory, as well as his old girlfriend. But we even see how Ultimate Jean Grey realizes that Wolverine's now left the school. And we see how Ultimate Bobby Drake and Colossus mainly talk. And even Ultimate Bobby Drake kind of treats Wolverine like some golden idol with how cool he is. And we even see how, due to his memory being wiped, he doesn't remember his girlfriend. We see how Colonel Rafe shows up with his team and try to hit the more psychic members first. And much like the second X-Men movie, they're using the same kind of storyline from the whole kind of Stryker storyline from the second film. And they go in guns and blazing, bringing characters like Juggernaut, Sabretooth, and we even see how Sabretooth says, "Well, well, well, look who's trying to show the world what a dangerous little girl is, huh? Don't even think about it, honey." And we kind of see they end up getting kind of badly creamed. And due to Colonel Rafe's training with his Weapon X stuff, of course we see half the team getting captured. And we even see how Ultimate Bobby Drake tries to freeze everyone. But we kind of see how Colonel Rafe only gets Rogue to handle the situation, saying, "One step of you, Colonel Rafe. Ain't that right, Bobby Drake?" And he even puts basically Ultimate Iceman in a kind of simulation where he had the appendix operation from last year, and due to Rogue using Jean's powers, puts him into a psychotic trance. And after getting getting out of it and everyone returning back to normal, we see how they mainly burn the school down and Charles Xavier now captured. And this is where we're going to see the full scale of the whole Ultimate Weapon X storyline, and Ultimate Colonel Rafe saying, "And boys and girls, here have just joined the competition, little man." And this is the story. So I think this one is kind of okay, but it's kind of clear that Mark Millar is taking a lot of inspiration from the second X-Men movie, just tweaking a few things around to kind of fit what the story needs to be. And I know since he only saw the first and second X-Men movie, it's understandable that he hadn't read all of the older comics, so wouldn't know too much about them. And I can understand, yeah, when you're also basing things from something that you've seen from a television show or a kind of movie, there is going to be some tweaks and turns there and there. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay. It's just clear, yeah, taking inspirations from the first two iconic X-Men films and just tweaking some things around. So, book reviewer here, signing out.